Hi, my name is Faye Darmawi, and I'm here to introduce the SF Urban Film Fest. I'm the founder and executive director. The SF Urban Film Fest is a POC-led community engagement organization leveraging the power of film and storytelling to create just and equitable cities. We have engaged with more than 8,000 Bay Area residents over 7 years in addressing pressing urban issues. Every day, we know our neighbors are struggling to make ends meet, much less thrive. We also know how to make lives better through increasing access to affordable housing, transportation options, and healthy foods, just to name a few initiatives. But the problem is we have not been able to unite and prioritize in making these changes to improve the lives of our neighbors and ourselves. How do we come together to address urgent urban issues? At the Urban Film Fest, we believe sharing stories to organize across disciplines and communities will create just and equitable cities. I'm the founder and executive director of the SF Urban Film Fest, and the story of the festival begins with my personal journey of immigration to the United States from Jakarta, Indonesia. Our family thought that we'd really made it when we came here, but what we found was the same inequities that we found in Jakarta also existed all over the U.S. in terms of lack of access to affordable housing, clean water, the exposure of toxic pollution in many communities of color, and I really wanted to do something about it, so I became an urban planner. But then I found that urban planning had become a very heavy-handed profession, really disregarding community stories, using a lot of jargon and 400-page reports that nobody really reads. So I wanted to leverage the power of storytelling and film to get back to the roots of urban planning as community organizing, and also to highlight and support a lot of the community work that's been happening, especially by many communities of color that have contributed to the vitality and beauty of many urban centers. Our festival started small with donated space, a few volunteers, and myself producing a 3-day festival. But the bones of what we do today were already there, pairing film screenings and robust discussions. We hosted our first storytelling workshop, pushing the boundaries of what storytelling could do to change hearts and minds of urban planners and the public. We featured the work of local filmmakers, and instead of experts, we centered storytellers, artists, and filmmakers to lead discussions and workshops. Since then, we have grown to a team of 5 program producers and a festival manager who bring diverse life experiences and professional backgrounds. Collectively, we draw on our rich backgrounds in activism, civic engagement, urban planning, housing finance, media, filmmaking, and the humanities fields of philosophy, African American studies, to name a few. We identify as LGBTQ, Asian American, mixed race, Muslim, non-English speaking, and physically disabled. Intergenerational exchange is inherent in our team as we range in age from 25 years old to 55 years old. We organize an annual week-long film festival. Since our founding in 2014, we have produced an annual film festival for 7 seasons and year-round programming encompassing 115 events, reaching over 8,000 people. We expect to reach many more through our virtual film festival. In addition to our yearly festival, we leverage the power of storytelling as a community organizing tool for grassroots nonprofits. We center community stories, especially from communities historically disinvested or exploited. We honor and uplift visions that are already present and in progress. Our narrative strategies emphasize strong visuals and clear calls to action connected to change the community wants to see. For example, with young community developers, we organized storytelling workshops and produced a short video to kick off the Black Owners campaign. The goal was to build a strong narrative aimed at galvanizing a coalition of Black property owners. Another example is with the Soma Filipinas Cultural Heritage District and a team of Filipino filmmakers. We are producing a documentary film about displacement and resistance in the Yerba Buena district of Soma. In recognition of our innovative programming, Yerba Buena Center for the Arts invited us to a 2-year residency producing film-based civic engagement programs centering community and activism. As part of the YBCA residency, we co-created with technology and community partners an exhibition called Cities Alive. City is Alive was a one-night online and live in-the-street video projections of historic mural imagery of everyday heroes of the Bayview. The multimedia project uplifted and amplified stories, organizations, events, and small businesses beloved and important to the Bayview community. All senses were activated using interactive video projection, animation, hip-hop musical performance, dance clips of youth and elders, social media live feedback for a socially distant audience enjoying outdoor dining supporting local vendors. We're also part of the inaugural cohort of the artist-led $250,000 Giving Circle. We will be leading a fund that is seeded from the YBCA to invest in artists all over the country. The SF Urban Film Fest collaborations are unique. We bring together civic-minded cultural institutions, community-based organizations, and the public sector. We create impact by leveraging the power of storytelling to create change at the community level. Our work with young community developers led to a local developer being interested in building housing for Black teachers in the Bayview. Our collaboration with Soma Filipinas in unearthing stories that have never been told keeps the city of San Francisco accountable to the Filipino American community. We are proud of our diverse audience. Based on our festival surveys, year after year, we attract diverse audiences and reach across demographic divides. Our most recent festival audience was 53% people of color. Our audience was also remarkably intergenerational. 18% are aged under 25, 69% are between 26 and 55 years old, and 13% are aged over 55. We also engage with diverse filmmakers and panelists. 63% of our 2020 festival filmmakers are people of color, and most notably, 44% were women of color. We have received glowing testimonials over the years from filmmakers and community partners. Our daily social media updates of recently released urban films and community events keep our audiences engaged year-round. And most recently, to respond to the limitations imposed by COVID-19, in the short span of 6 months, we integrated new technology and platforms to offer programs online and in real life with site-specific video projections. The new technology we adopted include Harvardcast Broadcast, StreamYard Livestream, and FilmBot Cinesend virtual film festival platforms. We've invested in strategic planning and defined our emerging hopes and dreams about the direction of our organization. We will continue to center the values of resiliency, access, equity, and diversity. We hope to secure long-term commitments from our partners, add capacity to serve more San Francisco neighborhoods like Chinatown and the Tenderloin, and also to share knowledge with other cities. The SF Urban Film Fest is seeking SFAC's Cultural Equity Initiative grant to support our mission during a time of great need. COVID-19 has greatly impacted the equitability of many San Francisco communities, and so the film festival is more essential now than ever before. This year's festival will be an important forum where the residents of San Francisco can share their stories of isolation, struggle, and hope after what has been a truly exceptional and trying year. We're seeking funding to support this mission. Thank you.